Good morning again.
Now that feels right. Now that we've heard the
This
music.
is another edition today. I'm all over the place. I have so many things on my mind right now. I can't focus on anything.
That's all right. There's plenty to focus on. We're delighted to have you guys this morning. We are broadcasting via Zoom, but you're watching us on Facebook Live. So please remember that there is a bit of a delay between what we say and what shows up in the chat room. We are watching the chat room, so we'll comment
We
as
generally
we can.
are in a little delay.
And then there's what goes through my brain is pretty delayed as well.
But
the other thing is that, the whole reason for doing Art Chat is for Bogdan and I to be able to kind of highlight the work that we're doing, the work that we've done, the work that is available. So everything you see today is for sale. If you see something you fall in love with, that's the time to buy it. So we can get it to you wherever you are in the world.
so saying that, you want to switch to the presentation?
Let's do it. Let's get started.
Let's see, what did
Get to the meat.
What did I prepare first? Okay. So this is, guys, it's an older piece, Inertia, it's called. And I had this a year or so ago, maybe more.
God, it seems
2 years.
like
yeah.
it's new. Yeah.
It was a summertime and I'm in the garage and I'm trying to create some new work to get inspired to explore some other things. So I put together some pictures like this that are I wanted to be like I'm out of space, some to show some how would that explore the outer space and planets, how the surface of these planets would be. And this is how Inertia and others in this little series were born.
I just love this piece. Look, the depth of I guess it's the blues in the middle. It looks like it goes really, really deep, like it's a pool of water or a cave of some sort. And then, of course, you do this texturing on the side. Is that just modeling paste?
It's modeling paste, but
and this is on paper, right?
It's paper, yes.
It's an astoundingly deep painting.
Yeah, because I explored with colors in here, and at first I started with orange, and then I added black, and then I added blue, and then I spray wash it because I wanted to create that texture and roughness and grungy looking.
Take away
thing.
The shine
and you can fish underneath an image, and you can imagine yourself hidden worlds or hidden life and whatever. I think it's fabulous. It is. They are very similar. Whatever I have in this series, and it's all in the studio. But if you guys are curious to come and see it, I'll be glad to show it to you.
Delightful. Really, really nice piece.
So the piece is actually, the actual piece is 24 by 18 inch, and it's already framed. Let me show you. I have it right here, actually. And I think it's a beautiful, sorry guys, it's wrapped up because I want to protect them a little.
Protect the corners, yeah.
But this is how they look, and actually
good size.
This is the other one. I picked up the wrong one. It said the 3 circles.
But they're all in the same
series.
They are,
as I said, they are very similar in a way. So voila, I hope you like it. And it's a nice piece, and I placed it in various interiors so that you guys can get an image on how this piece would look in an interior.
Look better in your home,
No, that's not my home, but I wish it would.
No, our viewers' homes. Hey, good morning. Frank is with us. Hello, Frank.
Is there. Hi, Frank.
How are you doing?
So yes, guys, Inertia, it's in the studio. It's available, and it can be yours.
Excellent.
Fabulous. Now you're gonna have to talk a little longer than me because
that one went too fast. Okay, well, I'll talk slow. This one I call El Túnel, and this is there actually is a story with this one. This one I painted originally as a horizontal piece. It was a landscape, a seascape, with land and the trees and the beach, and and I could not make it work. I had Rosa Pollard was in here one day, and we were talking, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to give up. I just didn't like it, so I just painted over it, and I just love the results. It's got all this depth, and it ended up, to me, it looks like the entrance to a cave that has some mist going across the front of it. There's some depth of blue, some movement, but it's very wispy movement. It's very ethereal. And again, I painted it as a horizontal piece, but I almost always display it as a vertical piece. And I really just, I don't know.
I like
think
it.
looks
I prefer
better this
vertical,
way.
yeah. But listen, not only it turned out great, it has made it to Mexico. It has made it to various other exhibitions on Artsy.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot of attention. People seem to respond to it. No one's pulled the trigger, but I think it's a good size too. It's a nice big piece, 36 by 24.
And I think in this case, I would definitely put a gold, like an antique.
It's
like a floating antique.
It's
gold.
not a very deep painting, so I think it would really benefit from a floating frame, maybe.
Sorry, guys, the camera is set up on wide angle apparently today, so everything looks bubbly.
And I haven't signed it on the front because this is actually how I painted it.
It's lovely.
But I almost always display it in this orientation. It's got some metallic gold in it, so it does kind of catch the light at different times during the day. But there just seems to be a calmness, a meditative state, but there's also seems to me to be a lot of movement, a lot going on. There's a lot of,
and see here on the right,
kind of gives the impression that there's something secret that it's obscuring.
I like here on the right, you have some a little like almost reflects on purple if you can see right here. It's lovely.
And I do think it gives it that depth, and you know, your piece had that kind of hidden depth to it, and I believe that it comes through in this painting as well. I like the size of it particularly.
I think it's lovely.
It makes a statement.
I'm sure somebody's gonna collect it very soon.
Yeah, it's a lovely piece.
They're gonna have to put it on display because right now, guys, a lot of works are.
It just gets stuck in the storage shelf, and it gets pulled out now and again whenever I feel like it needs some attention.
Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, this is El Túnel, the tunnel, and I hope it is pleasing to you.
It's actually very nice, and I'm gonna share some mock-ups that you put together here because you know, people need to know how this will look in an interior setup. Look at that, very modern. I love that.
And it goes in lots of different environments.
But so this is Tunnel and Inertia, guys. Both are in the studio and available. And we are at 10 minutes past, and we want to thank you for watching us, for being here with us, to collect us, and supporting us in this art career. Yeah,
we obviously depend on their beneficiaries, the people who support us, and that is remarkable. But even the people who don't buy from us, just the ability to promote us and to support us as people as well as artists means so much. We've got I'm looking at all the collectors here. Obviously just a sampling.
Just a fraction, yes.
But every one of those sales means so much to us because you're buying not only a piece of art, you're buying a little piece of us, and that is so meaningful. And I'm not sure if you're not an artist that you can appreciate just how it feels to have someone take a little bit of you home with them. It's a great honor.
What else? We guys are open here in Silver City Studios every day. This Saturday, we are most Saturdays here as well, except this Saturday, because
Yeah, we're doing something
this
different.
Saturday will be in Navasota. We decided this is going to be our first kind of a countryside art fair. Why not? And it's going to be from 10 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock, something like that.
I think 6, something like that, 5 or 6.
But we'll be in Navasota, so come join us. April 22nd, it's a Saturday, and it's an event organized by the P.A. Smith Hotel, a beautiful new renovated hotel in town. And
Navasota,
it's another reason, to discover this historic building.
Navasota has really done a good job of kind of revitalizing that whole downtown area. A lot of smaller towns will dump a lot of money into their downtowns, but in this case, they're really trying to kind of court that art vibe. There are a lot of little shops opening up, even venues. It's really becoming quite a lovely little spot. It's always been a nice town.
And it's very close to us, so we were like, why not? It's close to us. It's a short drive. Let's just do
And it's
it.
on the way for us to go through Brenham, so we go through there. We actually, I think we mentioned before, we actually put a bid in, or tried to put a bid in on that building when we bought our house in Huntsville.
Well, I'm glad it didn't go
Glad
through.
we didn't get, because we couldn't have done what they've done, but we saw the kind of development going on there and thought it might be a great place. In fact, the store right next to it was actually bought by a photographer. So they're really trying to kind of court that art, weekend art trips, antiques and art.
But for this particular reason, I created a series of works that has to do with countryside Texas. These are it's photography, it's illustration, and it's paint all together in becoming creative with rural architecture. So
and people like to see things they've never seen before. So if you take these kind of stereotypical Texas or rural shots of photography and dress them up the way you've done, so you've embellished them. This is paint.
It's paint. They're all of them would have some paint, and I just worked out a new one this week, and I'm going to share it in the second part of the show. That it's actually illustration photography and gold foil. So each one of them would have a surprise element. They're very short in edition. There's like one it's 5, the rest are 10, but still very short editions. I made them on this particular size, very affordable, so that you can collect one even if your budget for art is not that big.
And it's so great because so many people, particularly in this area, have a second home out in the country. They'll have some land that either inherited or bought, and they spend a lot of time at those second homes in the country, and they want to develop them, they want to decorate them, but there's only so many pictures of cows and horses that you can stand. I mean, they're all, at the end of the day, they're all very similar. This takes the kind of image of the small town or rural setting and just turns it on its head. You've seen these things before, and yet you've never seen these things before. And I think that's
amuse you in a way.
I think that's a real marker of good piece of art, is if it makes you see the world in a way you've never seen it before. And I just think they're remarkable.
Yeah, so I created a few of them at the beginning, and I kind of shared them around in the studio and other locations just to get a feedback from people, and they got really, really good feedback. And I said some of them has been purchased already, and then I said, you know what, let me put something together. And
let me say too, these are photographs, illustrations, but even if you reprint them, they're going to look different, right?
So you're right, but the edition is going to be the same. I mean, they will be they will vary from piece to piece. Which one will be the same but different in when talking about paint, because I can't reproduce paint. Like farmhouse, for example, would have gold foil, but I can't put the gold foil in exactly same manner that it's the first one.
Yeah.
So they will be the same idea, but each one of the edition would have a different element to it.
Right.
Will
So
make it unique in a way.
it's not as though you're buying one of many images. Each one of these are going to be slightly different.
Yeah.
And that makes them far more collectible, because you end up with more of a unique representation of art. I think they're great. Congratulations. I think they're going to go well. I think they've been fun for you.
Yeah, and I do have others that are under construction, but I'm gonna just wait for now. I want to test the markets in Navasota, and then if these, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 will sell, then I will pursue and create more in this idea.
Right. Anyway, I think those would, and I think it would be a great show to put together at some point when you have enough of them. I think they would be very, very interesting to see the whole set together, the whole collection together.
But they will be, whatever you guys see here, they will be in full size, available in Navasota this Saturday. So come see me at PA Hotel, and why not collect some of this?
And it's lovely. It's not like you're just out in a parking lot.
Right.
The hotel is there. There's a restaurant there. There's lots to do in Navasota. It'll be a lovely day out.
What's on the hallways of Silver Street?
Right now, we've got a exhibition by PhotoFest called Contact. It's cyanotype. They've been doing a series of workshops where people come for free and just create cyanotypes. And maybe you could talk a little bit more about what a cyanotype is.
Yeah, it's a photosensitive paper. What happens is you put various objects or even a photograph printed on reverse on transparency sheets, plastic sheets, and then you put it above these photosensitive papers. They have the machinery here that you put it under the UV light, but also you can put it outside in the sunshine for a longer period of time, and that will develop the shape. And then if you are a continuous light like UV light, you put it like in 6 minutes exposure. If you are out in the sun, maybe 30 minutes. It depends. You have to explore for yourself. And then what happens is you clean the paper on water, and then the shapes of whatever you create will appear on the paper. And if you want to go on a shade bluer, then you can mix up water with hydrogen peroxide, and it gives you a darker blue tone, like you see in this logo here on the screen. There is a lighter blue and there's a darker blue, and that's how it happens.
Yeah, and they're just haunting images. They're a really fun way to explore and get an image that either looks like a negative image or just haunting. And some of them are so stunningly beautiful. And people just show up. They're given all the supplies. There's, I think, one more coming before the end of their exhibition. Their exhibition will be up until May the 20th. And as people participate in the workshops, the exhibition continues to grow because they put the work as part of the exhibition. So and then the people will get the work back at the end of the show.
They're great. So those are, I shared a second ago, those are my works.
Those are the ones
my
you did.
Explorations, it's all about explorations, but you have to live.
And happy accidents, right?
Yeah.
You're not in control.
Exactly. And then here on the far left, I experienced a little longer exposure. It didn't go great, but you can take it to the next level. You can paint over, you can do whatever. it's all, a matter of taste.
And then you could use these in collage as well. So if you didn't like the whole image as it was, you could tear it apart into to build some other sort of image. I just think they're beautiful. It's a fun process. It's not a terrifically difficult or you don't have to invest a lot. You just need paper, sun,
Right.
and water.
And again, the paper will be provided by PhotoFest, so
In this
you
case,
don't have
yeah.
to bring anything with you. So what else is new other than I have created these images for the Navasota? I'm just exploring every day a little more. Then I had the inflated graphic one, which they got a fantastic review here.
Yeah.
And people are just going crazy after them, which is fantastic. And then, a part of the Urbana series, I was exploring all kinds of ideas. I wanted to bring on the walls of those pictures. Remember the decay pictures I put together? Some, not just graffiti, but some, something traditional Romanian. So I thought, why not a carpet? So this is I was exploring with painting a carpet here, so I can reproduce corners of this in a wall situation and paint over. And I think it's great. Yes. And you have been busy with small works as well.
Yeah, I just keep cranking these puppies out. I'm doing one a day. I should have brought the ones that I haven't named yet. I just sold the one in the middle there last week. I haven't heard if she got it to the mail yet.
I think she did. Yeah.
But I sure am enjoying these. It's a whole new way of exploring, layering, but on a very small scale. All of these are like 5x7s, and they're very small, but they're a great way for me to ensure that as I get really, really busy with the things going on here at the studio, with the things with the new nonprofit, that I am still spending time every day painting and creating. And it's so easy to get lost in all of that.
And actually, we should create a slide about the nonprofit next time, and told you more about it. Let's see. Vlog. The vlog is out on YouTube. Guys, go ahead and check it out if you haven't yet. We are actually grabbing some more stories to share with you in the next one, and maybe after the Navasota event, we'll put a new vlog together.
Sounds great.
Until then, you can listen to John on his podcast on your favorite audio platforms, or read his blogs.
The blogs, and there's not only blogs here, but now there's a new blog with the Aripa Arte nonprofit.
Oh yes, fantastic! Yeah. Now let's jump to the second part of the show and share you the last piece on that Texana reimagine, and it's called Farmhouse. And so I put this together. I took these pictures a long time ago in somewhere Texas, on the countryside, and then
Plantersville.
Thank you. And then I was just thinking that it's something missing, even with this graphic on, and I said, well, it's missing the gold. Yeah, turquoise and gold, it's a nice combination, so why not adding some gold? And I think the piece turned out fantastic, and it's a large one that fits in a 24.
It is stunning.
24 by 80. Yes, it's like a piece of jewelry.
It was flat in the picture, but it really pops in person.
I know
teal is
this
lovely.
is not something I do. This is not the kind of art people are used with me, and yet I had this image on the table working on, and there was various artists and various people that knows me came in the studio, but they didn't see the image on its core, and they were kind of making fun of me. But then when the image was ready and framed, they were like, "Oh, I really
get it
like
now."
it." Yeah. So it was fun to create something new, something different, and I chose to dress up the skull with some turquoise and some beads, and all our illustration, guys. Except the gold, it's hand applied.
Is that foil or is that paint?
That is foil.
That's foil. Okay. Really nice piece, and like I say, a decent size. I think that would be a great addition to somebody's collection.
And it's it's unframed, so you'll have to choose your own frame, either white, either gold, either wood like color.
Rustic kind of.
It's up to your vision, up to your interior. Because I thought I'm not gonna frame this. There's no need.
Right,
for that.
and it makes it harder to display and things like that.
But this is Farmhouse, and it's edition of 5, so it's very collectible. I don't want to do more of this. Okay, so you want to talk about yours?
My second piece. I have a piece here in the studio called Ripples. I've had this one for quite a while. It gets lots of attention, and nobody's pulled the trigger. This is a 36 by 36, so it's a good size painting. There are loads and loads of layers of color, and what I did was I put strings across the painting after doing a few layers, and then as I kept piling the paint on top of in different layers and different colors, I then pull the strings off, revealing the layers below,
which is great,
which gives it some texture and some real, I think, some real personality, some depth to it.
I really like the piece, and I know you look at it more as a water theme, like
it could be.
I see it more as a texture, not as a cloth of some sort.
Some sort of textile.
Yeah.
Well, it does have that. It does have some texture to it, obviously, particularly because when you pull that paint, it creates some bumps and valleys. But I thought it was just a very meditative piece, a very, very calming piece. And people love blue paintings as well. And I read somewhere that men like to buy blue paintings.
And I know it got a lot of attention. It's here in the studio on your display.
I had a guy I thought was going to pull the trigger on it last weekend, but
no, this is wrong. This is not.
That's not the right one. But it's called Ripples, and I have it here. We'll see the size. It's got a good 1.5 depth to it, so it's got that gallery wrap, so it doesn't really even need upside down. Doesn't even really need a frame. It's got a cup in the middle of it right now. There we go. Got that reflective gold that I like to use. I think it's very decorative, but it's also got a lot going on as far as movement, and I just believe that it's something that would not only decorate a room, but actually
I think it's great.
Kind of affect you, your emotion as well. And the beauty of abstract is that it can change as you change over time. So there might be one way you feel about it now, and in 5 years you might feel another. Presumably, you can turn it this way as well. But
I think I like it both ways.
Yeah, that's the other beauty of abstract art. So this is Ripples. Like I say, big, hefty painting, and one that I've liked for a long time, and it just sits here in the studio.
So guys, it's 10:30, and this is pretty much what we planned for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you have a great rest of the day and week, and we shall see you next week this Saturday in Navasota.
See you guys, and thank you for watching.
Thanks. Bye now.